Oh boy, welcome to another Thursday Fight Night. I am your host Fish, joined by the immaculate and stunning, cleaning his glasses, Taylor. Taylor,
thank you very much. I'm alright, thank you.
We have got another 4, I hope not 5 rounds of Final Fantasy tonight to bring you. And we are starting off with a real humdinger for round 1. We have Jack T playing Mono Lightning Dragoons versus Paul Fallon playing basically Knights of all the colours, because why not?
Our past commentator against what I believe came second place last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Something like that. So, guys, we're going to go over to the commentating table now. If you bear with me, I am just updating things as well. So, yeah, we'll switch on over. We will be with you in a second. Alrighty, there we go. And I've actually set it up correctly. Go me. So as I said, guys, Fallon is on the left with the Knights and Jack T on the right with Dragoons. This one's probably not going to time, let's be fair.
No, this should be a very quick game.
Yeah, and Fallon did say that if he doesn't win immediately, he's probably going to lose, so let's look out for that one.
Although you say that, I just witnessed a game with Connor and our new member Tony, and Tony was playing Knights, and he kept getting bored twice, but he kept coming back from it.
I think that goes down to what it's built as, because I think Fallon's built his as pretty much uber aggro, absolutely no mid-game whatsoever. So, yes.
So what are we expecting to see here? So, I'm assuming straight into the Ramza and Corilla?
Yeah, turn 1 Corilla at the very least would be my guess, but we shall see, and we will obviously get you some cards when we're ready to go. Give them the thumbs up, let's have a bash. And who's changing? Look, someone's already messed with it, Matt. Ruining it. Ruin everything.
Shall I run over, tell them off quick?
It's fine. They know it's automatic banning because Fallon usually does it.
In all fairness, if it was Fallon, I would give him the benefit of the doubt, but Jack Taylor, you got to give him that clip around the ear.
Oh, absolutely. Oh. So open a can of something we're not sponsored by, sadly.
So I'm trying to see what we've got in hand. Going straight in there, no mulligan.
Ooh, so Fallon sat on an Amaterasu though, so he could go pretty wide pretty quickly, but he's not. He's just going in with a Sarah.
So I've not seen Fallon's list here. I'm used to more of a Larza start. So I've played Nier and Has multiple times.
Yeah, and I do know that Larsa was one of the things that Fallon actually does like in this deck. So I know he did change out the fact he had Princess Sarah from obviously his Sarah Mobius or Sarah search, and he said he didn't like it because it was just stopped him going for something along the lines of turn 1 Corilla. So.
Well, you say that. You're saying Fallon prefers to go for a more aggro board, but I'm seeing a Sarah straight into a backup there. I'm wondering if he's looking to drag this more into a mid-range.
Yeah, but Jack T is going to answer, and he is going to go in with an Alice, I believe that's called. It's been a while since I've seen Dragoons, so if I don't know the names of cards, I apologise, guys. So, effectively now, going to be drawing 3 a turn, reveals top card. If it's a good Dragoon, add it to hand. Pretty saucy. What do we get from Fallon in response? I'm reckoning now that we do have the option.
Trying to see what he's got in hand. I think there was a Charlotte in hand, did I see?
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So Edgar into the Avelia, he searched off the Sarah. That is pretty nice.
It's a strong start.
Yeah, the Avelia is going to be also pretty tricky on some of these bigger Knights to deal with as well, because it's hard these days, I feel, to get around sort of the 9-10Ks unless, especially with Dragoons.
Although, that being said, I'm not sure what Jack's running, but if he's running a few more of those sort of lightning staple summons, maybe there's not that big of a concern.
Yeah, now, I mean, you've kind of got an alright position here. Knight hasn't exploded onto the board. I think you could probably take the Dragoon back up here and be alright with it.
Paul's not going to aggro into this, so I think you can sit quite comfortably for the moment, building up that board and sort of trying to equalise.
Yeah, the biggest issue is going to be if he does go explosive on the board, how does Jack answer that? Because unless it's is it Freya S effect? then I don't think there's much else he's got that might be a board wipe.
Looking at his limit breaks there.
So a couple little leader. Obviously we got the clouds in there.
Some Victorias in there.
Yeah, so he's got. I wonder how he's paying for that ICP, unless he's just using it to fill. But here we go. The Rams are into the Corilla.
And what do we find? We've got Charlotte, a Deleter, a Steino. He's pracked. Oh, and a beard. He's pretty much hit whatever he needs to get here.
Yeah,
you pick the Beatrix and the Charlotte, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, because.
Oh, is he going for the Deleter? Okay.
Wow. Okay. So what's this Deleter do? It's been a while.
Does it get a knight back from the break zone? Is it?
Choose one character, 2 or less in your break zone, add it to your hand, or select one character you control, break it, and he's not doing that obviously. So.
I don't know, I'm not sure if that would be a mistake. I think having the Charlotte there to protect the Corilla and the Ramser and the Beatrix would have been my first choice personally.
Yeah, I think I kind of agree with you. But at the moment he's not facing any threats, so I'm not sure he needs to worry too much.
I'm also wondering whether he picked a Deleter. I missed what he took from the break zone, but depending on what he had in the break zone and having the backup options there.
Yeah. And the link between, thank you for joining us. Yeah, completely agree. And so did Fallon. He took that Princess Sarah straight out of that deck as quickly as he could after he bricked with it last week, which stopped him from sadly winning pretty much undefeated the entire night. So, facing down a pretty scary board here is Jack. And obviously we have the Ramser activated ability. So pretty much anything that comes in is either dead and dealing Jack a point of damage. I think you just gotta lean into it and try and get rid of some of these knights as quickly as you can.
So you'd want to pick off the Ramser first, but having the buff there makes it such a hard pick, which is why I would have thought you would have picked the Charlotte just to make it even that bit harder to pick off that Ramser.
Yeah, again though...
You keep Ramser up, it gets deadly.
Yeah. Again though, we're early games, I don't think we have to worry too much about losing one. And there's a Dragoon, obviously, in a Dragoon deck. Which one of these Dragoons it is...
It's the Opus 12 one, I believe.
Sorry,
so many. Not
no, not that
not
one.
That
That's
one.
a backup. Let's have a look again. In the meantime, oh, it's this one.
Yeah,
there we go. So it's going to reveal any number of Dragoons, but sadly it doesn't stick around because why would it? Let's be fair. Fallon in absolute control at the moment.
If I was Jack, I would be a little bit concerned. I don't think Dragoons has a whole lot of answers to be able to deal with this sort of board immediately.
No, and I think we've already seen why Fallon didn't take the Charlotte, because why do you take a Charlotte when you can just Amaterasu and let your opponent walk into all your removal?
That is very true.
I think Jack's in an awful spot to bother you.
I think Jack's in trouble.
Yeah, I don't think he's got much that he's going to be able to deal with this board. So here we go. So 1 damage to Fallon, 2 damage to Fallon. All Dragoons. I don't know what we'd be expecting in Jack T's deck, to be honest. Whether it would be if there's some sort of Source EX cards in there, like Spodins, but...
I don't think, from what I've seen when he's milled through his deck a little bit, I've not seen any form of summons that he's sort of running. So I don't think he's got a huge amount of useful EX bursts, unfortunately.
No, I think... that Freya could be in for an S effect if we've got the original Freya, but I don't think we're gonna see that, sadly. I think Jack. Oh, we got Aranea. It's gonna break 1, but it's not enough. We're just playing as Dragoon. That's awful brave. On the backup line. I don't... unless you're starting to remove these knights, you're a bit out of luck here, Jack. And just for everyone's knowledge at home, there's still 21 minutes on the round, so this could be over awful quick. What has Jack got? Doing the streamer lean, except for the Freya that we saw earlier, I am not seeing anything else. That's Aranea?
Yeah. Never seen I don't think I've ever seen this one before, but then again, I don't play Dragoons too often.
So there we go, first strike. For each forward other than Aranea you control against Styles Power, damage 3. Choose one lightning forward of 2 or less and you break some play onto the field, so we're just going to get the king back. And at damage 6, the forwards you control gain haste. Interesting.
I'm not sure this is the answer that Jack's really looking for right now, though, because he's facing down such a big board that even with the buff, you need to realistically start breaking things here and not just...
Yeah, and we know that obviously Fallon has still access to his LB deck as well, so does Jack T, but I don't think either of them have really got anything. I'm really surprised here that Jack hasn't actually played the Cloud and maybe break something like the Beatrix.
See, I would break the Beatrix. My main concern here is if Fallon really wanted to as well, he's still got the Ramsar online having the 4 knights up.
Yeah, and Jack is probably sat there thinking, oh god, whatever I do that actually impacts Paul's board is just going to get ammied because there's 3 open backups in the backup line. Seems awful sus to me. You've got to play the Cloud. Play the Cloud, break a knight, at least you got 3 blockers. You might see a knight next turn and lose one of them, but at least you're not going to get absolutely killed. Jack, just checking what the Beatrix does. It's pretty much the best target you get here, I think.
I think it's the only target, isn't it, really? I mean, Delete is pretty much dead weight at this point, and Ramsar and Corilla's untargetable.
Yeah. Unless he's got something other in his hand that he's planning here, but it does...
Trying to see...
Do that streamer lean. But, yeah, I...
Can't tell what he's got, unfortunately.
There's going to be nothing in the break zone that's going to really help you. He's thinking of that Dragoon again that we saw earlier, but I don't think it does enough.
I think right now, as good of a card as it may be for Dragoons, I just don't think it's the answer to the issue that he's currently facing down.
Oh, and he's just passed turn. Oh, no.
I think this... He's got the 2 blockers, so unless Fallon can break something, I don't think it's game this turn.
No, but Ramsar just breaking her forward and dealing a point of damage is still pretty nasty. And if he somehow gets a Laswell out there, then Jack's going to be in real trouble. Just checking the break zone, no?
So what is it that Paul has currently in hand?
Can't quite tell.
Oh, he's hiding it from us.
Just rude. Just rude.
I think he's he's eavesdropping on our conversation to something back. Does he have the potential for lethal?
Well, yeah, because effectively now what he can do is tap the Gawain and, if he does play the Steiner, for example, those are 2 that are not attacking. You break the last forward, that deals a point of damage, and I think that leaves 2 to push in for win.
Yes.
But
the question is, does he have the CP to play it?
Well, I mean, he would only need a water card, but instead it looks like we're digging into the LB deck, and he's digging out a lot by the looks of things. Yeah, he did have the water CP, that's a Kukulain he had there as well.
Yep.
But instead, I think...
He's limit breaking.
He's going with the...
He's going with the Tidus.
Wow, okay. Now, this means put 1 on the top, 1 on the... 1 forward on the bottom, 1 back up on the top. Draw 2 cards, that is...
And that's why we want the Steiner.
Yeah, he wanted that water CP. Yeah. Yeah, Alice is going, so we're not drawing 3 a turn if you somehow even survive this.
If only Shantoto was an EX first.
Oh God, you wish. I mean, everyone. Well, I know I would wish that, but even still. So again, I think we can just go ahead, break with the tap effect from Ramza, and still. No, I can't. I don't think we can now. Yeah, no, he's having to do it this way instead. So there's the tap effect on the Ramza. Alice is the damage. The Aranea is now gone, and Corilla could attack 4, putting him to 6. I think. Oh, Finest of Freya.
I think you.
I think Fallon's missed game there. I think if he'd have played a knight and it be the Steiner, he could have
bounced back, tapped 4 to break 1, deal of damage, and attack with 2.
Yeah. Let me just double check that Steiner. I'm pretty sure that's what it does.
He could have bounced the Dragoon that he had on the side there.
Absolutely. So just miss lethal, but I don't think he's got to worry.
No.
You know, you got 5 knights on the board. Atidas just stood there like a big beefy boy, and Jack only with 3 in hand. Oh, 4 in hand, maybe. Yeah, 4 in hand. One of them still that Freya from earlier.
Just trying to consider sort of what board wipes that Dragoons would have, and the only that's come to mind is the new Opus 22 Garuda, at which point, no matter which number you pick, I think you still lose next turn.
Yeah, exactly that. Well, there's the Freya, so we're going to get the S effect off by the looks of things. Yeah, so Paul just saying from over there, even though I can hear him, he can probably hear me too, just no priority window because it's not a non-entry. So, for each drop Dragoon, or card named Dragoon, deal 2,000 to all forward opponent control. So, we have got 4 in the backup line by the looks of things, and the Freya itself, so that's a good 10k across the board. Ouchies. Jack,
very good.
Jack has survived at 6, but dare he attack? You can't risk it here. You've got to somehow keep Freya's in your hand. At least has the first strike, but what are we doing? I think
we're grabbing a Dragoon.
So we're just playing that onto the field from the Dragoon backup.
It's the Opus 12 one again.
Yeah, I don't think it's really going to do anything here, but except for the fact that it will give Jack another blocker. It does have haste, I believe, but. And there is the X.
And the X first.
It's going to get back a knight, and there's that Ramza. Oh no. So now he goes Knight Corilla. I don't think you could attack there.
No.
But again, it doesn't really matter. If he draws that Garland, you're still dead to the next play. So the issue we got now is we've got no CP to pay for another Freya. And there's another Ramza. Let's hit that Corilla. Let's do it all over again. Let's flip.
Edgar.
Well, there's a deleter.
There's a deleter. There's a rain.
So
pick the rain.
We're picking the rain. I think that's got haste.
And I think this could be game. Yeah. He does have haste.
Yeah, deal 7 to something.
You deal the 7 to the Dragoon and then just attack through for game.
Is that Dragoon slightly bigger? Is it living?
Is it? Oh, I can't remember if that Dragoon is a +1.
Yep.
No, it's game. There we go.
Well, guys, that actually went on a bit longer than I was expecting, to be honest. But Jack doing everything he could with those Dragoons.
Very impressive with the board wipe at the end there, but unfortunately, I think it was a little too late.
Yeah, exactly that. So, guys, we will do a quick be right back, and we will get Paul Fallon over here, and we will have a conversation. Let's do a quick be right back. Oh, and the bearded winner of round 1. Look, he's back in front of your eyes. It is Paul Fallon. Paul, that was dirty.
I'm very sorry to anyone who was offended by that, but knights are filthy, and I need to know how filthy they are.
Yeah.
I was just informed that I missed lethal, so for everyone watching at home, if you caught that, well done.
Yeah,
these guys did.
So you played the Tidus, but if you played the Steiner, you would have had 6 knights on field.
Yeah.
Bounce something back, break 1 with
the
4 of the knights of the effect, and swing with 2.
Yeah, well, take that into game 2.
Lessons learned.
Lessons learned, yeah.
The man has got a sight set on 4, possibly 5-0. So.
Oh, well, let's not count all those chickens yet.
Well, we did say, obviously, you were telling us, I think, from last week, where you originally had Princess Sarah in the list, and how much that killed you off?
I went 3-1 last week, and I can't say it would have won me the game, but what definitely hindered me was having a light card in my hand at a point where if it was any normal card, I could have cast a Corilla and gone wide in a game against, I think it was Jack Canavan's 50-forward Cat 8 deck, which is equally as fast and crazy.
And disgusting.
It's a dirty, dirty deck.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any changes that you're looking at the moment, or do you think the deck now is set as is?
It's, the number of knights I think is correct. I don't like the new Lilith, I think it is, the new knight, which the FFBE, because I'm not running Glaciella.
Yeah.
The S effect is just if I draw it, and otherwise it's like just a 5 CP or 5k knight, which doesn't do anything. I don't need the crystal either. So, I think I'm sort of experimenting with. I got 3-drop rain in there, which we saw at the end.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are telling me to drop that for just something else.
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know. I'm just trying and get those numbers in correctly and pile it down. And definitely, though, I took the light card out and I haven't looked back since. It's just.
I don't know. I think I like that rain.
The rain. The light card in my case was Princess Sarah, because I'm running Sarah backup to search.
Right.
And I was low on fire backups. I thought maybe I need something to colour fix, but turns out no. Just 2 or 3 backups is fine.
Yeah, because that was one of the things I was kind of expecting, almost turn 1 Corilla, maybe even turn 1 Ramsar into Corilla. But you played kind of, 3 backups, and you played obviously the Edgar on curve, playing into the Aurelia.
Yeah.
Was that always your game plan, or was it just what
No,
the hand
I mean,
led to?
basically, I opened my hands and I thought, right, if this was any other deck, this would be an amazing opening hand, but in that Knight's deck, you sort of get the tunnel vision of I want to see Ramsar and or Corilla and or Larsa as early as possible so that I can get my combo going and just put a big presence on the board to deal with as soon as possible. And I thought to myself, well, okay, I don't know what Jack was playing at the time. Obviously, I was going first. I thought, well, in any world, really, I want to build up a resource of backups. That's never usually a bad thing. I know it goes against like the haste aggro that the deck is meant to be, but it just felt like a good turn 1 play, and I curved into it just in case there was some, because I didn't know what I was up against. I thought that was a safer bet in case he had something like, if I'd plopped 4 knights down and mulliganed and been able to do that, he might have just been able to kill one with a summon. And it was just a play I made based on not knowing what my matchup was, basically, and it seemed to work out for me.
Absolutely. Now, is there anything that you're afraid of coming up against tonight?
Well, Jack's not here, so that's good. Sorry, Jack.
We love you, boy.
We love you, but your deck is crazy. I don't know, maybe I haven't really played enough of this meta to get a full grasp of it. I mean, I know that if certain decks like Warrior of Light can pop off, then I'm in big trouble. I suppose also a big fear of mine is somebody who's been playing Knights longer than me and knows how to do it better and quicker. That's a worry.
Yeah, sure. I don't think you got to worry about that. I'm pretty sure the only person that would be is Nia, and I'm sure she's not running Knights tonight.
Good.
So.
No, she's not.
Well, okay, guys, we've got 3 minutes left on the round. We'll let Paul go have a short break. Guys, we'll be back with you with round 2. Catch you in a bit.